everybody. What is happening? What is up? Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are all doing well. I think it just stopped, but we were right in the middle of a storm again. Day 2 of timing of crazy lightning and thunder. But it's as it is in Florida, it's gone within like 5 minutes. You might be able to hear a little bit still happening in the background. The only bad news is about the storm is that this is Charlie's nap time, so I don't know. We'll see how this goes, guys. This could be a very short stream today, depending on how long she stays asleep. But anyways, glad to be here. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Day 2 of our stream this week. Won't be here tomorrow, so this is the last one of the week. And we'll see how it goes. But anyways, hope you guys are doing good. Hope everybody's doing well since yesterday. Let's see who we got here. Russ is here. Hello, Russ. Good to see you. Tom, your quote, I already read it. It's hilarious, but I'll read it again real quick here. Don't worry about the world coming to an end today. It's already tomorrow in Australia. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey! That's a good one. Charles Schultz. Is that the same Charles Schultz Peanuts? Am I making that up? I mean, I feel like that's him, right? Anywho. Good to see you, Tom. Glad you're here. Dylan, hello, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Hope things are well after your insane 11-mile bike ride earlier today. Good Lord. I was like, wait, did I read that right? 11 miles? Like, I'll ride a mile and be like, I'm done. 11 miles, my goodness. I would be dead. You'd have to pick me up off the side of the road somewhere. Let's see, who else is here? Sean's here. Well, Sean is in the peanut gallery today. I'm glad you're here. I didn't think you were going to be with us today, but I'm glad you stayed. I'm glad you stayed a little plugged in for us to be here. Thanks for watching from the sidelines. Always appreciate you being here. Was that it? That was it so far. Yep. So listen, guys. Okay, wait a minute. I was about to say last night we saw Loki, but I can't talk about it because Mandy's not here. She's the one who was like getting on me yesterday about not watching it. So I'll wait until she's here. I'll be nice and wait till she's here before we actually start talking about it. Hey, what's up, Ruth Chris? How are you doing? Yorkie Gamer's in the house. Sorry I'm late, just been chasing a frog around the living room. Hi, Hybrid, welcome. Glad you're here, Jenna. Thanks for joining. To give you an update, we're dealing with Florida storms again. I see movement in Charlie's room already, so this is not a good sign, folks. We may just do this maybe a just chatting. I don't know if I'll be able to play a game today. We'll see how this goes. Been a week, guys. You know, I'll talk for just a second here. I don't know if it's just the way you know how like there's certain there's like a certain thing, like there's a thing that's happening, what am I trying to say? Like it's almost like the moon is aligned a certain way and like people act a little differently or your mood gets changed a little bit. I feel like this week has been that way for me. I don't know about you guys, but it's been a little different. I've not been feeling quite myself. I don't know how else to put it. I mean, yeah, you feeling the same way? Yeah, maybe it's just the energy or the whatever. I don't know. I feel like it's just there's something that happens where like it does something to us where we're just kind of in a little bit of a funk, you know. You've been feeling a little blue and black today. Okay, so maybe we're all in the same boat together, right? Maybe it's just kind of what's happening, which would maybe help explain this to an extent. Jasmine, hello, Queen. Oh my God, she's here, everybody. The Queen is here. And look, as quickly as we were all in a funk, now our spirits have been lifted by the great Queen herself. Thanks for the TMI on the whole store area. Yeah. I love how you described it too. You didn't say the word, but we all thought the word as soon as you described the area that caused the problems. Rhymes with saint. Man, the old saint. Whew. Anywho, it's the whole area. Oh, excuse me. Not just the saint. Well, listen, what I was just, saints are awesome. Get out of here, Tom. What I was just saying, Queen, was that I was kind of talking about how I was feeling a little kind of bleh this week. And I was wondering if it was like one of those, times where, the way the universe is aligned or some craziness that you just feel that way, And there was a couple other people who were saying they were kind of feeling the same. So I don't know if you've been feeling that this week or not, but I've been feeling that way this week. The whole area? Oh my God. Oh, Yorkie, this one, you deserve this bad boy. Where is it? Here we go. uh, this week hasn't been the greatest, but you're here to have a good time. Oh, good. I'm glad we're having a good time. We are. Yes, we are having a good time. By the way, Charlie is now fully awake. Just as an update, she is awake in the room, playing in her crib. So the countdown has begun on how long she can keep herself entertained. This is going to be the shortest stream ever. God, I know. What a week. It's only Wednesday. So what I was going to say was something that everyone, great stream, right? Yeah, she'll last in there probably, I'd say for about, we've probably got like 15, 20 minutes before she's ready to, she's ready to pop, ready to get the heck out of there. So we'll hang out for just a little bit before I go. Speaking of, I probably should, I don't even care. I'm going to change the thing, but let me just change this real quick. Just chatting. My shortest stream ever. All right, there we go. And you could have been on tomorrow. Oh man, Queen, we totally messed it up. You can actually stay the whole time. I know this is everything's falling apart. Everything is falling apart. Ay. Praise the saints. Oh my Lord. Get out of here. But anyways, well, I watched Loki. I don't know has everybody else caught up on it? Oh right, Mandy said, was she not going to be there today because this was her parents, right? I think that's what I saw in the Discord when I briefly looked through it. I think that's what she said. Anyways. Only seen the first episode? Yeah, me too. Same here. We saw the first episode last night. I want to say it didn't... Okay, first, let me start it off with this. I think the episode was great. I'm not going to lie. I think the episode was great. I love the aesthetic of it. I love how the Timekeepers' offices are like just pure retro. I just love it so much. The look of it's fantastic. Music was great. Sound was great. Here's where I'm a little, it's something that I like, but I think is also, I don't know. What I'm trying to say is like, it felt like it was a great build of a first episode, right? To give us some story, give us some background, really explain like what's happening, like right off the bat, which I think is great. But it did feel a little slower than what I thought it was going to be, but not necessarily a bad thing, if that makes any sense. I think what it was is like when I walked away from the first episode, I was like, cool. like, I'm ready. Like, let's do this. Like, let's go, Loki. Like, let's see what this turns into. Um, there wasn't anything that really like what do I want to say? Like grabbed me? Maybe that's not the right word to say. I don't know what it was, but it didn't have that like pop for me. But it did. I like how it laid the groundwork for what I think is going to be a great series. My guess is I will probably put it at like second compared to WandaVision. I think like out of the three that we've had over the last months, I think it's going to be my second favorite out of the three. But we'll see. Who knows? It could be bad. It could be great. It could be better. But I think it's already off to a great start with the storytelling that they did in the first one, and really interesting to like get into the. I love how they were addressing Loki and why he, why he is the way he is. I really like how they're digging into that a little bit. Excuse me. It'll be interesting to see where that goes. If we're going to learn more about the psyche of Loki psyche. I do wonder where they are, where there's no magic. Yeah, that's an interesting thing. And I think that's the part that maybe is what you call it? Because that's what I love about Loki is like I love that he is a like basically like a sorcerer type, and for him to not have any of that right now, it's like uh-oh. But I'm sure as this continues, if they start to use him in whatever. Oh God, as I choke. Thank you, Rain. What's up, Chris? Thank you so much for the resubscribe for 7 months. Appreciate my friend. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're able to throw out another subscription to me. Your Prime Gaming subscription. Preach, my friend. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the no magic thing. So I hope that as they start to take field trips, we'll see a little bit more of that. But I don't know. I mean, it's hard to like. What can you do to make sure he's kept on a leash in a way, so he's not, as soon as you like leave this home base of a place where there's no magic, like what prevents him from just like disappearing right away? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm not sure what we'll see with that, but I'm hoping there's something. Excuse me. Yorkie didn't catch the frog, by the way. I hate that. We get lizards in our house all the time because Florida is just like lizard. It's like there's a full lizard population here. And these little things will run into the house. And then, of course, they run at me because the cats love them. And so they'll go chasing them. And then they go and hide. So then the lizard will go and hide. And you're like, well, either it'll find its way out or a cat will get a hold of it. And that'll be the end of that. Let's see. It was the most viewed first episode out of all Marvel's episodes. I think I would say my guess is that WandaVision and Winter Soldier laid the groundwork. I think because those two were so good and the talk and the hype were so big that it helped this one really take off with that first episode being such high numbers. That's my guess. Also, Loki's just a great character, right? I think a lot of people love that character. And Tom Hiddleston is fantastic. So I think you just have this combination of all these things that just make it already have hype before we've ever even seen anything of it. So I definitely understand why it had such high numbers. It'll be interesting to see after this first episode what transfers over to the next, if it continues to stay high numbers like that. Loki is the anti-hero is writing gold, in my opinion. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens here, right? And they did that a little bit with which Thor was that? Was that the wasn't Ragnarok, right? It was the other one, the one before that. Wait, there was one. I get them all mixed up. There was one where like Loki and Thor basically were working together because they showed a part of it in his memories, and I can't remember which one it was. But that was always cool, like when he's like on the good guy side type of thing. But I also am very interested to see how this goes with him being the like them claiming that he's the guy, the bad guy, uh, which is also interesting because now I'm like, great, we're getting into time travel, and usually whenever there's a time traveling premise of any episode or movie or television, my brain just is like, it just explodes. um, let's see what else we have here. I'm not sure. There's no, oh, I'm not sure that I like the premise that there's no magic. Mortals can hold the tesseract. I, that was interesting to me how they were just holding it in their hand, and I was like, wait, that thing has gone through material. Like I've seen that thing slip through. Like, wasn't it metal or something? Like, well, anyways. Let's see what else. Was it not the time collar thing that was preventing the use of magic? I thought they said that it was the facility. Like within the facility, magic could not be used. That's what I thought I heard, but maybe I missed it, or maybe I misheard it or something. It's oh yeah, everyone loves Loki. Rain, I don't like Loki. Oh, that's funny. Oh, hybrids with Chris. Okay. I like this. We have a little bit of a mixed uh fan base here. I like that. Ragnarok. Yep. Okay. Okay, Ragnarok. That was a good one too. That was really funny. I'm gonna go back and watch that one. How will the Time Lords fall in line with the Spider-Verse or with the time warping of the quantum realm? Yeah, the time thing is really interesting to me. The collar was what they used to basically control his time. So with him having that collar on, they were able to control his individual time thing, where like they would make him like, you know, flash back to where he was sitting in the chair or, whatever. It's been a week. I just saw it last night, so it's all fresh in my mind. um but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they, and the time warping thing. I started to, as soon as like they were saying like they regulate the whole time thing, I was like, let me think about this for a second. Where does this all fit into the? And then immediately I was like, wait, the Avengers, they went back in time and they did this whole thing of like trying to get the stones back, like. So and I'm glad they brought that up. I'm glad that Loki said, well, what about the Avengers? They traveled through time. I don't like the answer that they gave, which was like, well, that was meant to be. Because where is the line there? What line is drawn that says, well, it's okay for them to time travel? Like, why? Because these time traveling, this organization doesn't necessarily care if you're doing right or wrong. So you can't use that excuse for the Avengers to be like, oh, well, they were doing something for the good, for the greater good. Well, that's not supposed to apply here, right? So I need more explanation there. I'm a little confused, and maybe comics explain it a little bit better with that organization. I don't know, but that part to me is what. Oh, Doctor Strange, Doctor Stranger. That's a different superhero. He's actually a supervillain. He drives around in a windowless van with candy for little kids. Doctor Strangers. Right, his prophecy. Yeah, okay. Okay, you got me there. So Doctor Strange's prophecy was showing the actual like what the timeline. But again, there's a weird thing of like him seeing all these different ways that it could have gone. Oh, this is so my brain is hurting just thinking about this now. I'm sure there'll be more explanation as time continues on, but this is where time travel stuff like sometimes can. I don't, and again, I don't know how writers do this stuff because it is difficult for a viewer to sometimes keep up with time travel. As silly as this example will be, Back to the Future always blew my mind because of the time travel stuff. But it was so neat how they connected things and how they talked about things that would change based upon just the smallest thing being done in time travel. Yeah, that's like a weird example to use, but it's probably the simplest, time traveling type stuff. I was just checking to make sure she's okay. Yep, she's just laying there looking up at the sky, hanging out. There are also gods more powerful than the Time Lords, like the Watchers. Oh, interesting, interesting. I don't know about them. I want to know where or how there was a whole drawer of infinite. Okay, yes. Please tell me more about this. How there were so many. Thought there was only one of each, but they had a drawer full of assorted stones. Yeah, I was also very confused by this. I thought there was only one of each stone. So, okay, they're pulling them from different timelines. Hmm. Okay. Okay. They use them as paperweights. That was pretty silly. Gotcha. Okay, so they're again more weird time stuff. How interesting that they would do that, though. Okay, it's like mind-boggling to think about. I guess that's kind of the cool part of the show. Makes you think, right? Makes you think about that kind of stuff. Yeah, you're right. There would have been a set of stones from like every branch of timeline. But that's the thing too, is like I wonder how many different timelines are there right now? Because you saw on their, on their animated graphic thing that they were trying to is keep it as, one singular timeline as possible. So are these like anytime the timeline would branch off and an Infinity Stone was involved, they would take it and it would reset it back? Is that what's happening? Oh, I see. Yeah, when they unified the timeline, they took them all. Got it. So they screwed up not removing them from the front. Well, I guess the Prime timeline was okay for them to have it, right? I don't know. They're like, oh, the Infinity Stones can stay in that one. It's okay. Thanos is just going to try and destroy half of humanity. Um, yeah, I don't. It's a weird. It's such a weird. I'm sure there'll be more. I hope there'll be more answers to some of these questions that are starting to come up. In regards to the timeline stuff. It's very interesting. Very interesting to me. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. After first episode, I give it a thumbs up. I think I'm looking forward to the second episode. I have no idea where they're going with this, other than my like guess is that Loki becomes kind of a sidekick to what was his name? More Mobius, Owen Wilson, and his poor what you call it? What was I gonna say? My brain just stopped working. It's too much. There's too much time business in my brain. I can't handle it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know if that's becoming like is it coming like a good cop, bad cop scenario here with those two? Is Loki all of a sudden gonna, start to change his ways because of this? Is he just going to escape and then he becomes the villain in this whole thing? Like, I don't know. I don't know where this is gonna go. The Time Lords have removed free will. Yeah, like could this be like Loki realizes what the Time Lords are doing and he becomes like the guy against them? I don't know. Um, just crazy. Just crazy. Him crying was insane. Crying. What part am I missing here? I'm betting the other Loki is starting a war against the Time Lords. Yeah. That would make sense to me. Um, that seems like a way that this could go, right? What if like the final? Oh yes, at the end of his yeah. Sorry. I forgot about that. Yeah, when he was watching and what was crazy because Mary and I were talking about it beforehand because we were like, okay, what was the last thing we remember Loki being? And we remember him being killed by Thanos, or at least what we thought was him because we didn't know if it really was him or. Anyways, you never know with Loki, but yeah, watching that and him going through like a bunch of the past and then the future. That was pretty crazy watching that. Yeah, for sure. um, when he was killed by Thanos, he did it by decision. Right, right, right. Yeah, because I'm trying to remember the full scene. Wasn't he was disguised as the Hulk, right? And then, uh, am I remembering this correctly? And then basically at the end of that was him getting his neck snapped by Thanos, right? And was that trying to remember who was there for that? Who saw that happen? I can't remember now. What was that? Was the beginning of the first Thor? Thor was there. Okay, so I was trying to remember exactly what happened. That was that like the beginning of the first two part like the end game? Am I making that up? Been so long. Yeah, I think that's what it was because he didn't stick around very long. Hopefully it links back to Infinity War when Loki dies. The little blob shadow that appears in the background, that would be very well written. Ooh. Mm. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. I'd like that. Well, anyways, I think it's going to be a good show. We'll see where it heads from here. Ooh, bring in Ares. Oh my goodness. That would be fun. Um, I don't know much about Ares other than like, because from a comic perspective, I know about Ares, the god of war, from like, was it Greek mythology, Roman mythology? I don't know about him in the Marvel universe. Um, I didn't. I was gonna play Two Point Hospital today, but because Charlie's awake, that ain't gonna happen. So I think let's see. What else was it? Was there anything else I was gonna talk about? Um, I recently decided. I'll share this with you guys. So, um, base was on the side of the tower on Sakar. Hmm. Hold on, I have to look that up now because car. Let's see here. Do, 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 do. Okay. We have a picture here. Let's see. Nope. Official trash planet created by the Grandmaster. Okay, okay, okay. Um, Loki was tossed. Oh, right, 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 right. I remember this now. Okay. So where? Trying to see if they had a picture of it, but they don't. Hmm. Go back to that. Ares was also in prison and was their champion. Oh my god, it's been so. I need to watch that one again. I've only watched that one once, and for some reason, I don't remember. I don't remember anything about it. How sad is that? Um, Right, I'm just reading through this thing here real quick. Do 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 do. It's actually talking about this. Eh, eh. Now it's coming. Wait. Oh my god. Sorry. I was reading through it and it got to the part where it was like here's what it says. It says meanwhile Loki was found by the Sakaran rebels and quickly became their new leader, commandeering. Oh, sorry. The sentence before that. Here it is. Thor and Valkyrie joined him on the Commodore, and the three of them fled Sakaar through the Devil's Anus. That's what I pulled from that article. Oh, goodness. Um, wait, what just happened? Don't log that, Yorgi. That was it. Oh, with his mouth. Oh, yeah. Yeah, please don't prematurely tag my fart sounds with what's the wrong particular sound effect. What was I going to say? I was going to talk about something else, and then I completely went back off track again. Oh, so interesting thing. So I think most of you know that I did acting for a little while out in LA, and kind of hung on to it when I moved out here back to Florida. But recently, within the last like month, I've been dealing with like this feeling of mm, um like basically when I would get like an audition, I would get like one or two a month. It very far and few between. But I would get them and I would just kind of be like, meh. I would feel blah or not. I would feel like a little bit of dread, or I was like not looking forward to it. It felt like work. That's not the right way to put it either. It just felt like why? Um, and so last couple weeks I've been talking to Mary about it, and I was like, I've always said I'll never do something that I don't enjoy. Um, and this has become something that I just don't enjoy. But the problem with acting is that, and this is any actor deals with this. The job is so interesting because you do all these things up front. You spend a lot of money for different services, blah blah blah, training, classes, all these things, right? And then you get auditions. And to me, those are wins. If you get an audition, check. Great. Someone liked your look or someone liked your, video reel, whatever it is, and they feel that you could do an audition, and possibly be good for a part. So for me, auditions were always a win. Check. Um and so that was how it was when I was in LA. Like they were always great. I would always like whenever I would have an audition, I would be like, woohoo, like yay, like have a little celebration, done. The problem is, and this is just going to back to like normal, like talking about like in normal world, if I was still living in LA, after a while of doing that, you start to get a little bit of the, like the self doubt because you're like, am I not that good? Nobody's picking me up. Maybe it's my headshots. Maybe I need more training. Maybe then blah, 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 blah. You start thinking about all those things. I didn't necessarily go through that too much because I tried to stay away from that because that doesn't help you, right? Self doubt doesn't help, especially in that particular field. But what's happened is now I'm in Florida where there's no environment. Like there's no it's no LA, it's no Hollywood, it's no you're almost like in the you're in the you're in the wasteland. You're on Sakar. Um and then of course like I don't get auditions very often, which makes complete sense because I'm not local, I'm not in the mix of it. Um so it's just become it's just not a thing. And I think what I'm also dealing with is I don't know if the passion is gone to do it. I don't know if it's something that I just want to do anymore. So yeah. So anyways, I called and talked to my manager Monday, and just kind of told her what was going on. I'm a full-time dad right now. I'm taking care of Charlie during the week. I do Twitch, I do this 3 times a week, and then there's the time outside of here where I'm focused on different things with the YouTube, Twitch, all while still taking care of Charlie. And it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's also like I think it's just hard. It's hard to juggle all the things mentally, you know. Um, and so it was. So, anyways, basically, I told her, I'm like, why don't I take a break? Let me take a break from this for a few months. Let me see how I feel once I kind of get things back together, as far as like how I need to do things here at the house and things like that. So, anyways, I don't know where this story was going, but just kind of sharing with you, what I'd kind of been going through over the last month or so. Month. Did everybody have lunch today? um. So yeah, so that's kind of a weird. It's a weird thing. I think. I just saw. Is it maybe being at home too? Yeah, I think I've dealt with that for a while, Queen. Where even when I moved out to LA, being at home and not working, in the sense that I had known for since I was 16, like working in a sense that was like go to a job, work, feel like you've accomplished something, working with people, talking to people, getting recognition, getting feedback, like all these things that that you would get in a different type of job, right? When I jumped into the world of acting, you get none of that. You don't have a job that you go to unless you get hired on for a particular role. You don't work with people unless you're hired. Again, you might get hired, a couple times out of the year. All these other times, you're at home or you're at class and you're trying to deal with stuff like that. So that part I kind of got used to, but where I think I'm having struggles now is now my focus is completely on Charlie, which is great. It's what I want to do. But it is still the same type of environment where I don't have people I work with. I don't have someone giving me recognition or feedback or any type of like, it's a very thankless job, right? Like Charlie's not like, Dad, you did a great job today, or Dad, lunchtime was a little rough. We could work on that next time. Whatever, whatever it is. So you don't get any of that stuff either. And I think that's hard. And to your point, I think the house, I have to consciously say, okay, you know what? I don't know what we're going to do today. We're just going to go to the store. We don't have to buy anything. I'm going to put you in a cart. We're going to walk around the store and we're going to look at stuff. I don't even know what we're going to do. It's at that point right now. But you're right. I need to make sure I get out of the house because being here all the time, 24/7, not good. And I think that goes for anybody. Like if you're in the same environment all the time like that, it's difficult. It's difficult. Sorry, I missed a few things in the chat here. Let me see. Hi, Mandy. I didn't even see you come in. Welcome, welcome. You missed the Loki chat. I mean, yeah, I guess we did have some good conversation about it, but yes, you did miss it. I even stated in the beginning, I was like, you know what, I'm going to wait for Mandy, and then I didn't wait long enough, but we still talked about it. Let's see, hybrid. I know what you mean. I decided not to pursue acting because I don't feel happy. Yeah, it's a tough field to be in. It's really tough. Self-doubt sucks, 100%. I think we all deal with that in some fashion or another. I feel like I was in a funk because I rarely left the house. Yeah. Whatever you need, everyone here will always be here to support you. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I think this is one thing that is helpful to me is this feels a little like a purpose, if that makes any sense. I think in life I shouldn't say we all. I feel like most people want to have a sense of purpose, whether it's like, I have to go to my job and people rely on me to do these things and, blah, 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 blah. And now I have obviously like Charlie relies on me. I'm her caregiver and she needs me to feed her and give her a nap and blah, 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 blah. All these things, right? But that one's a little harder for me to go, yeah, because there's times where it's like, what am I doing? I'm just sitting here while she's playing on the floor or like we're playing on something or, she's watching the Wiggles and it's like, it's hard to sometimes see the purpose right in front of you. Like what you do if you have a job, or physically leaving the house to go work or something like that. Anyways. So I don't know exactly where I was going with that. Oh, this doing the Twitch streams gives me such purpose because and you guys have been so helpful with this where I didn't realize how impactful, over the last, months, how I have affected uh, this community. I think that's the greatest thing that I get. Oh my gosh, Anar's here, busting down the door with his $5 tip. Pew! What's up, Anar? Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much. As always, love it. And I saw it today. I didn't miss it today. But I guess what I was trying to say was like the community that has formed here and in the Discord, to me, that gives me such joy. And it's like, you know what? I'm that's all I need. The fact that there's a place that's a positive community where people can talk to each other and build friendships and relationships and have a place to just have an outlet. That means the world to me. And that makes all of this like really just worth it to do this. And again, it gives me a purpose of like, okay, I'm going to do this, make people laugh, make people have fun, get people talking to each other. Perfect. That's exactly what I need. So this is one of those good things that is helpful, during some of these other times that are a little bit more sometimes tougher to navigate. Let's see. Being a stay-at-home dad is such a hard job to. It is. It is. I tell Mary constantly. I said I don't know how a single parent does it. I know they figure it out and they do it, but like, kudos to them. Kudos to anyone who can. I mean, anybody who's a parent, whether it's just like a single parent, two parents, giant family support system. It is still difficult. Having a child is a difficult thing, but it is rewarding also. It's just, there are times, let me tell you, where your brain is like, I don't know what to do anymore. And that's okay. And you gotta just like push through it, have that moment. Don't bypass it. Like if you're ready to scream, maybe don't scream right where you're at because it might scare your child, but like go into the bathroom, scream into a pillow, like whatever you got to do it, experience it so you can let it out and then go back in. And if you're having thoughts about like, I just want to throw my child through a window, that's okay too. Every parent will have that thought. I promise you. And anybody who's not a parent that goes, well, that's a little mean or that's, not nice. No. When you become a parent, you will join that club of going, I wish I could throw my child through a window right now. And it's not because you don't love your child or you hate your child. It's because you just have this mental capacity that you can handle. And sometimes it just goes over and you just have to have these thoughts to just like get through it, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Every parent that I have talked to, where we've had these conversations, one of the parents will say like, has anybody else ever had these thoughts? And then as soon as they say it, it's like, yep, yep. It's we can only handle so much as a human being, it's just the way it goes, I'm missing a few things in chat here. Let me see. Oh, Yorkie, thank you so much, best community. That's great. Thank you so much for saying that. Mandy, a good friend of mine, is a single mom and she's doing great. It's hard, but she's doing so well. That's so awesome to hear. It's once you get into your groove, it's a good thing. But also check in. Like Soggy saying, check in on your single parent friends. Everything may look good on the outside, but I promise you, they would love sometimes to just scream. Go ask mommy is the best phrase ever. It's so funny. That's what I think in general about kids. Throw them out the windows. Oh my gosh. I love my son, but he constantly says mama like 50 times in a row. Oh God. That's the thing. At least Charlie's not talking yet. But here's the thing that can be frustrating. This is a hard part right now because Charlie can't talk. So when she needs something, us trying to figure it out is sometimes because it's that whine, that it's not even like she's not even like crying. It's just that like, like that whine that she just needs something, but you don't quite know what it is, but she can't tell you yet, and she's trying to point at it, but you can't see it, and she's upset. It's awful. And I'm like, I wish you could just talk so I could help you with what you need. Let's see. What else do we have here? Put your baby down and let them cry for a bit. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You have to. You absolutely have to. You are totally right there. Call CPS to keep an eye on Charlie. I promise you, she is taken care of. Well taken care of. So long as they aren't in physical pain, you need a mental break sometimes. Yep, you sure do. You are right on the money there. I just walk away. I also like to plop the kids down with their father and go get tacos. My best friend did it with 2 kids. One is high-functioning autistic, and the other one is bipolar. Did it for 4 years before her fiance moved in with her. Whew. Man, that's some work right there. That is some work. That's my hat's off to that person. Whew. I would never be a good mom. Uh-oh, what did Chris just said something? Oh God, what just happened? Yeah, he also wants me to look at him when he says mama to watch whatever random thing he's doing. He won't stop until I make eye contact. Oh God. Like it's like another level of testing mental capacity. I wish I saw what he said. Oh my gosh. I don't even, who knows what Chris wrote? I mean, the fact that we're talking about children, Lord knows what he said. All right. Anyways, I just wanted to get that out there. It's always great to talk about this kind of stuff. I think it might be good. I don't know how many actual parents we have that watch the streams, but I think it's always good conversation to have. Definitely good to like get it out there, and I think it's a good subject to chat about. Especially if we do have anybody that's parents and knows what it's like, or maybe is a new parent, has no idea what it's like. It's tough, right? Let me see. Barty bot, don't joke around. And sadly, my best friend has congested heart failure. Oh my gosh, they're giving her 5 years. Oh my Lord. What a whopper. Good grief, hybrid. That's crazy. Good for her, though. Man, good for her. I'm parent of a 5-month-old baby girl. Ah, congratulations. Welcome to the wonderful world of parenting. We love our kids, but sometimes they drive us crazy. That is it. We miscarried for our first. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear about that, but I'm glad that you guys were able to get through that and obviously have a child who's now 5 months old. Congratulations. That's great. Anywho, speaking of children and madness, I have to go take care of mine. She's ready to go. She's like, get me out of here. I've given you enough time to do your nonsense on the computer. Come get me out of this crib. It was tough, but we got through it from helpless. Yeah, it's really good. Really good. It's good that you had a good support system to help you through that. I can't even imagine going through something like that. There are a lot of people who do go through it, and it's really tough. Nope, Yorkie, no time sucker today. Oh, thanks for bringing that back up. I'm shocked she's being so calm. Yeah, she normally, for the first, like when she wakes up from her nap in the afternoon, I usually have a good like 20, 25 minutes before the alarm starts going off, where she's like, I'm done. I need to get out and do something different. We are hitting that point because I can see her and I can see that she's starting to make more noises. So we'll have to wrap this up. But listen, guys, sorry that things got a little crazy this week. I don't have a stream tomorrow, and I had to shorten this one quite a bit. But you know, that's the way it rumbles. What? That's the way it rumbles. Dear God. But anyways, I'll be back on Tuesday again, hopefully with the new theme, which I'm super excited about. I was putting some of it together last night. Yeah, looking real good. Looking real good. So I'm super excited to see how that turns out. I'm also stressing myself out about it because it's a lot of work, but also like my OCD is kicking in where everything has to be perfect. So it's going to be a very stressful weekend, but the outcome will be fantastic. I hope the rest of you guys have a wonderful week. Have a great weekend. And listen, if you're having any, if you're having any of those blah moments, listen, we just talked about it right here. There was like a handful of us that were in the same boat. So don't ever feel like you're alone. If you need to talk about something or you just need to get something off your chest, we have our Discord. You can come over. Just say it, like it doesn't even need to be like said with oh, I hope somebody replies to me or makes me feel better. I just need to get this off my chest. Like I'm going to go over there right after this stream and I'm going to go, I hate what Chris said. I didn't see what he said. But whatever it is, we're all there for each other. And trust me, there's usually somebody sitting right next to you that's either dealing with the same thing or has dealt with something similar and can always help out. So that's what we're here for. We're here to help each other out. I'm not prepared to leave. So hold on just a moment while I get this figured out. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Just it goes back to, how I always talk about be empathetic with people, right? Because you never know what they're going through. If somebody is maybe, you're like, oh, why are they so nasty? Or why are they like looking at me funny or whatever. Don't always assume it's just because they're a nasty person. Usually it's not a very nasty person. It's somebody they're going through some stuff, or they just really have to take a poop, like my story about people that are crazy drivers. Sometimes they just got to take a poop and they got to fly down the road and get home and get into their bathroom before they poop their pants. So that could be it too. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Listen, as I always say, as of 2 weeks ago, do not forget, please, please, please be kind, be compassionate, and always, always, always be yourselves. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend. Watch Loki, episode 2. We'll talk about it on Tuesday. I promise I'll watch it. All right, guys, I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye, everyone.